What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? I'm going to take us through some warm-ups, a full strength workout, and then some mobility to cool us down. So we're going to start with 10 minutes of a warm-up. It'll be upper and lower body, so it will be a little bit more advanced. So I'll give you options. If you utilize a wheelchair, I'll give you options. I'll give you options if you're seated. Now, as you know, many people are at home wondering, what am I going to do? Well, one, clean your house, get everything done around the house, clean everything. That's number one, I think. And also, do stuff around the house, get outside, go for walks if you're allowed to, or just stay as close as you can to your home, wash your hands, those typical things. Cut your nails too. So cut your nails. Obviously carry hand sanitizer wherever you go, before and after the supermarket, clean things, keep it clean out there. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start off with some breathing throughout all these exercises and throughout the entire duration of the strength training. Think about your breathing as in your pelvic area, your oblique area, and your lower back area. Okay, so when you breathe, think about this area filling up, as Dr. Moses Bernard would say, filling the bottom area up. Because when we inhale, the diaphragm lowers, okay, to expand space in the rib cage for respiration. So making sure that when we inhale deep within the pelvic area, the obliques, and the lower back, 360 degrees. So typically you see belly breathers, right? Inhale, and then exhale, inhale, and then exhale. What's not really correct about that is that you're expanding outward, but you're not expanding backward, you're not expanding upward, and you're not expanding downward. So filling this whole area up like a soccer ball, as Dr. Bernard would say, and filling this up and forgetting about these muscles in the traps and the chest area when you breathe. So when you breathe, you shouldn't inhale, exhale. It should be inhale, surround all this tissue with air. If you want to play around with contractions and any type of, if you're trying to strengthen this area as well, you can actually start contracting those areas on your inhales and exhales. So just focusing on that type of breathing. Try not to use the neck and shoulders when you breathe throughout the exercise. Okay. If you are going to do this, make sure you're cleared to work out. And if you're sick, I would probably stick away from anything like this unless you have access to an area that's pretty safe. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go through 10 different exercises for 45 seconds to start, and then I'm going to rest for about 15 seconds. So we're going to start with a run. If you can't run, you're just going to punch. So if you're seated in a wheelchair or if you're seated in a chair, you can just punch, or if you just want to do upper body, you can punch. And then I'm going to run if you want to use your legs. So I'll give you upper and lower body options. Okay, we have 10 exercises, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. We're going to go ahead and start with running. Okay, now we're going to go to a crisscross and then a bound. Okay, I might add in some equipment. If you don't have equipment, that's fine. You don't need equipment, but I will add in some equipment for some exercises in case you want to progress the exercise. Okay, we're going to start with running or punching. Just getting warmed up. Big exhale. You can also punch here. You can do both. You can do a split jump just like this. We'll go all the way to 45 seconds. Keep going, 15 more seconds. Those heels up. Big exhale and relax. Now we're going to go crisscross with the feet, lower or upper. So if you have the arms, we're going to go like this, okay? Or you can go like this. With the feet, it's going to be just like that, okay? And we'll try to switch each way. you have socks on, you might slide. So might be safer with shoes on, unless you're barefoot. "15 seconds. If you're seated, just going like this, or you can do both. And complete. Okay. Next one we have is a windshield wiper for upper body, just like this, or bound with lower body. So upper body or lower body. Okay. So we're just bounding side to side. Maybe exhale each bound. Swing those arms. Keep breathing. You can do a double bounce or a single. Five seconds. All right. Next one is going to be skiers. So upper body, just like this, or just like this. If you're using upper body. For lower body, it's going to be a lunge to kick. So you're gonna reverse lunge and then kick. Okay? So do 5 right and then 5 left. Okay, and then switch, lunge, and then kick. If you have only arms, you're just going like just like this. Go for about 5 each side. Okay. Now we're going to either do wrist circles or push-ups. Okay. So during this part, you can do wrist circle, nice and slow, nice and controlled, or you can go for a push-up. Just going for maybe 10 at a time or 5 at a time. You can do the knees if you want. Do about 10. Take a breather, then go back. All right. After our push, we're doing either a shoulder circle, nice and controlled, or we're going to hold the crab position here, just like this. Isometric hold, breathe. Try not to use the chest when you breathe. And then if you want to progress it, straighten the legs out. Just breathe. Try and get those hips up. Try to get those hips up. 15 seconds. You can always bring the butt to the ground if you need to break. 3, 2, and down. Okay? Next exercise is a bear crawl or a T-spine car. So you can either T-spine car 3 times one way and 3 times the other way, or you can go to the bear crawl. We'll go side to side to start. Then we'll go backward. We're gonna go contralateral movement to the left hand, right foot, left foot, right hand, and then reverse it. And then side to side and cross it. Even the feet and the arms. And come down. Okay. Now we're going to do 90-90 or elbow 90-90. Elbow 90-90 just like this. Or hip 90-90 just like this. Try to line this front foot to the back knee and shin here, facing this front leg. Leaning forward, holding here. Okay, upper body, you can go like this. And we'll switch. So you have two options here. Upper body or lower body. You can lean in. Okay. After that, we're going to straddle liftoffs or shoulder circles. So if you're in a chair, you're just going to do one arm shoulder circles overhead, 30 seconds, and then switch side. If you're in a straddle position, we're going to lift off and hold, 10 seconds each side. Breathe. And switch and hold 10 seconds. And slowly bring it down. Okay. Now this next part, you're seated. You're just going to perform neck cars or neck circles, just like this. And if you're on the ground like this, you can either do a combat or you can regress it and just go like this over the ankle. Option 1, option 2. Breathe. Try to fill the air low, not high. And then switch ankles or switch shoulders. Or, sorry, you're doing neck cars if you're seated. So you're just going like this. And then if you're using your ankle here, just pushing in. And then if you need to regress that, just like that. Okay, so there's our 10-minute warm-up. We'll go ahead and get some water. And we'll have a 4-part strength series. It looks like we're going to start with a clean and plank and reach, then a split squat and a row. If you have weight, if you don't have weight, you'll just do a plank row, okay? Or if you have a band, you could also use a band. After that, we're going to do a split lift with cable. If you don't have a cable, you can just mirror that you have a cable, same thing, and then we'll do a push, maybe an incline push or a horizontal press, okay? After that, we'll get to a side plank and maybe even a vertical jump, depending on how we're feeling. I don't know, I might switch that around, and then we'll get down to our cool down. All right. So we'll go ahead and get started here. We just need to know how many seconds between sets we're resting for. We'll give our exercise a full minute of time, and then we'll give it a full minute of rest in between sets. So we'll have a minute in between each exercise, okay? We're gonna start with a clean and a plank and reach, okay? All right, so there's different ways you can do a clean. You have a barbell or a dumbbell, you can do the same thing, basically. Or you don't even need either of these. So you can pretend that you have it, or you can get a broomstick, just like this. And we're gonna bend the knees, pull it up, get under it, and then come back down, okay? It's gonna be just like that, and then you're gonna try to see if you can, if you have the dumbbells, or even if you don't, practice jumping without anything. So pretend you have the weight, and then snapping the legs down, just like that. If you have the dumbbells, it'll look like this, okay? And with the barbell, okay? Now that's gonna be our clean, our plank reach. It's gonna look like this. We'll get into the plank position. We're gonna reach and touch. We're gonna use this box as the target. And we're gonna do about a full minute worth of that plank reach, okay? If you don't wanna do the clean, and you have a med ball, you have a med ball, or if you just had any type of weight, you can either do a goblet squat for this one, or if you want more of a power exercise, you can do a slam, pick it up, slam it again, or you can do a vertical jump. You don't want to do the clean, okay? I'm going to focus on the clean, okay? So whatever you do, that's fine, and then we'll go right to that plank reach, okay? So find a good strategy if you're going to use weight or not use weight. You're going to go for 3 sets. So pick a weight that will work for 3 sets. So probably use these 35s. And then we'll get started. Okay. So here's my safeties. Okay, this whole program design stolen from Michael Boyle. So this is all coming from functional training for sports. Really good book. Specifically page 209. They have like really good strength templates for athletes. So we're kind of mimicking his off-season program. So we'll go ahead and get started. It took about 4 minutes to explain, but remember you have 3 options. You can do it without any weight, pretend you have the weight, and just perfect power exercise without any weight, okay? You can do a split punch, okay? You can do a med ball slam, You can use the weight of the dumbbells, or you can use the barbell. And I'm going to show the most progressive exercise. Okay. So pick whatever one you're going to do. We'll have a minute to do that. I'm going to go for 10 reps, and then we're going to go straight into that plank reach. Okay. So get situated there. Here we go. So I'll have a minute to get 10 reps. I'll rest for a minute. I'll go right into my plank reach for a full minute, and then I'll rest another minute, and I'll go back and forth. Should be about 12 minutes, and then we'll go on to the second part. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Big inhale, big exhale. Okay. Minute 20 to rest. Get some water. Okay. Breathe. So this is the first part. Second part, we're going to do a split squat and a vertical or horizontal row. So if you can do pull-ups, or if you can do a plank row, that'll be your second option. Got a full minute here. Try to recover. Just breathe. Drink some water. So now I'm going right into that plank reach. You can use the box. I'm going to be reaching toward it. If you're in a chair, just reaching overhead, just like this, plank reach, overhead. You can do a T, an I, and a Y. You can create different letters with your arms and make different shapes. If you're able to go on to the kneeling position like I am, we'll go ahead and get started. You can do these on the knees, as long as you keep that back straight, head in line with the spine, reaching forward, and then we're going to progress by moving backward, reach all the way until you can't reach it anymore, and then move forward, reach and touch until you get really close, and then back up. Anti-rotation, trying not to rotate, trying to keep that core stable as you reach, and then moving forward, 20 seconds. Then moving backward. And moving forward. And I think we're done. All right, so we have a minute to rest. You can always pause it, or you can reduce the weight, or use no weight, okay? You don't need any weight. For that clean, it can be just like that, okay? We have about 30 seconds. I'm going to perform the clean without the weight, and then I'm going to use the dumbbells for the third set. So I can show you different options. So whatever you were using before, you can join me, switch. All right, getting ready. You could use 5 pounds. Oh wait, we're not using the weights right now, are we? All right, here we go. So pretend we have that weight, snapping it down. Definitely good if you have sneakers on here. and a protective floor. I think that was 10. Probably went over. Okay. Relax, breathe. I'll have to rewind it and see if I got 10. All right, so we have a minute to relax, get back into the plank reach. Obviously, that was a little bit less intensity for me, so we could skip the rest, but we're going to take the full minute, just focusing on your breathing. Go back to that plank reach, keeping that back straight. You're in a chair. I just want you to reach up and down just like this. You can also do that. You can do your infinities just like that. Different options if you're utilizing a wheelchair. You can tee it out. You can do shoulder axials. Those feel real good. Okay. 90-90. The elbows. All right, so 15 more seconds. Getting ready. In that plank reach position. Maybe I'll go like this at an angle so I can see the clock. All right, here we go. Reaching forward, back. Actually, that's not gonna work. Moving back. Remember, this is an anti-rotation exercise. Trying not to rotate, so I'm trying not to open up as you reach. Slowly going forward, and then back. Then forward. Then back. And done. Yeah, if you actually did that, you're probably like, what the heck? All right. So 50 seconds to relax. Going back to our clean. So maybe I'll show you 5 with the barbell, and I'll show you 5 with the dumbbell. Okay. If you're not using any weight, remember, just like that. If you're using barbell, make sure it's in a gym setting, not in your living room. So if you're in your living room, just no weight at all is good. Safest measure. Unless you're in a gym setting, you can use dumbbells too. So we'll go 5 and 5. Okay. So with some dumbbells. Whew. Same thing. All right, so we're done with our cleans. Thank goodness. Ugh. But we still have that plank reach. Got a minute to recover, get some water. you are at home, just get a resistant band. You can do a lot of good activities with a resistance band. All right. Get ready to go back to that plank reach. It's actually probably just as hard, if not harder, than that clean. All right, here we go. 3. Don't worry about the time. Just going all the way back. Any object you can reach. It can be a shoe, it can be a boot. Trying not to rotate. Anti-rotation all the way. Back. Got 20 seconds. Done. Stick of those. All right. Split squat, with or without weight, and a vertical or horizontal row. So you'll need weight for this, unless you want to go back to that push-up position, which I don't think you do. So for the horizontal row, you can pull a band, just like this. You can do it on one leg. Left foot down, right arm pull. You have a cable, same thing, but you probably want this in line with your pull. Okay. Don't worry about the clock. All right. So if you have a kettlebell and a box or a table, you can do one arm pull. You can also use a dumbbell for your one arm row. Okay. We're going to go for 10 rows, whether you're standing, seated, or bent over. Again, if you're seated, you do a one arm row with a band, heavy band, or a loose band, just like that. Okay. Our split squat, modify that. If you're seated and you don't have the ability to move those legs, you do have the mobility of the upper body. We're going to do some thoracic cars, just like this. And then we're going to do some scapular cars, just like this. Okay? Unless somebody can stretch you out your legs. If you do have the ability to use your legs, we'll get in the split squat position just like this. For option 1. If you need some type of block for your knee to land on, that's perfectly fine. Okay. If you want to progress this by adding weight in the goblet stance, you can as well. Okay. Going straight up and down, focusing on that front leg. Okay. All right, so here we go. We'll start with the split squat, and then we'll go to the row. Okay, so whether you're rowing a dumbbell, kettle, if you have only body weight to use, you can row just like this. Or if you have access to a vertical pull, you can do that. Or you can just get a bag, duffel bag, fill it with some weights, and do a one arm row. Okay, if you don't have any weights. All right, so we're going to start with a split squat. I'm going to add some weight. Option 1, Make sure that you have that block there to land on without any weight, just like this, up and down. If you're using just your arms or upper body, we're going to go with some T-spine cars or some scapular cars, okay? So go ahead and pick your option, upper or lower body, and we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, starting with that split squat, I'm going to go with a kettlebell hold here. Going for 8 reps here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now we're going to go into our 1-arm row. We still got a minute to relax. So if you have a band, that would be good first option. Okay. If you don't have a band, you can pretend you have a band, or like I said, you can do the back control articular rotation and the scapular rotations. If you don't have any weight, but you want to keep going with the core, you can do a 1-arm pull. Okay. But we might actually be doing that later. So I actually got that lined up. So I want you to focus on upper body. You don't have any weight. So go right into that 1-arm pull. Or if you have vertical pull, you can also do that. Or a band or a plank row. Okay. I'll figure out another exercise later. So go ahead and pick it up. Go for 10 reps. One more. Kettlebell or dumbbell is fine. Go any weight that you have. You can get 10 reps. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We have a minute and 20 to rest. Get some water or tea. So each of these sets are about 12 minutes, and we are on part 2. So split squat, you have access to your legs or your thoracic car. You can do axials, any upper body movement here. Okay, you get to choose neck if you like as well. Okay, if you don't have a block and that hurts your back knee, you could always just do a goblet squat just like that without any weight. Okay, that would be a regression from this. So hold on to your weight if you have it. No weight is fine. Up and down here, 8 reps. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got too many. Yeah, I'm supposed to do it for 8. That's okay. And we have about a minute and 10 seconds before our vertical pull down. You have that availability. Even if you had a rope tied to something, you just did isometric contractions, or any good barrier that you feel like you can row standing. Hopefully you have access to vertical pulling. If not, you want to have some weight so you can do horizontal row. Okay. All right. So 30 seconds here and we'll start. I'm going to use kettle this time, going for 10 reps each side. Try to get that back flat. All right, going for 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then switch. 1. You don't even have to have weight. You could have any weight you find. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Got about a minute 20 to relax. We're going into our last set of round 2. Okay. Then we're going to single leg deadlift and a cable split lift. Okay. All right. About 45 seconds, getting ready to go. Any weight you want, you don't have to have weight. You could be using the wall just like this, or you can go just like that. A little early. All right, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo! We got 30, and then we'll go to our last set. Horizontal row. I'm going to go back to the dumbbell. You get a suitcase, and if you have a suitcase, just pulling that suitcase. If you don't have any weight. All right, so we got 50 seconds, and then this will complete round 2. Round 3, we do single leg deadlift or reach, and we're going to couple that with a cable split lift. We're going to go like that on each side. Okay. If you have weight, or use weight. All right, get ready. Go back to that horizontal row. 10 reps each arm. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Done with those. Okay? Done with round 2. Okay? Now we're going to get into single leg deadlift and a split lift. Okay? So, if you have access to cable, you just hook up your rope. I'm sure you all have cables, right? Just kidding. When I didn't have cables, I just used the band. And I actually prefer the band because you can really change the resistance. So I'll show you different versions. If you don't have a band or a cable, or you have a ball, a block, or a 5 or a light weight, you're going to do the same motion. Okay? So it's going to be the split lift going across the body. Okay? And we're also going to perform our single leg reach or deadlift. Okay? To progress that, you can use a band, balancing on the left, holding with the right, not pulling, holding. And you can also do that with a cable going all the way up. If you want to progress it, you can kick that leg up, but don't worry about any of that. If you have no equipment, just going to reach and touch. And if you're seated in a chair, you're going to try to extend your knee and extend your shoulder over your head, arms and hands over your head, and hold. And you'll hold for 10 seconds each side until I'm done completing that exercise. Okay? So get some water if you need it. Breathe. So going with the single leg deadlift to start, and then going to the lift. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to demonstrate the cable, or you can do this with a band. You go for 8 reps, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then switch. Remember, opposite hand, opposite foot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, you got a minute to rest. Single leg deadlift. And now our cable split lift. Okay? And if you don't have cable, okay, actually we're gonna go toward the back leg. Okay? If you don't have a cable, We have a band. Do the same thing, going toward the back leg. Trying to get those arms as straight as possible. If you don't have the band or the cable, you can hold on to a block, a weight, or no weight. Go ahead and get started. If you want to advance it, you can bring the back knee off the ground. We're going to go for 10. Then switch. Go toward the back leg. Progress it. And we don't need weight. We just use the light dumbbell. And done. Okay. We have a minute, 10 seconds to relax. Get some water. We are on part 3 of part 4, strength training, using new functional training for sports, Mike Boyle's guide, and the pedagogy method. Keep breathing. Not sure how he sets up the rest, but we're doing a minute for this video. About 30 seconds. Single leg deadlift. You can do it with a cable, a band, or a weight. Okay, so if you have a 15-pound dumbbell, balance on your left, almost touch the ground with your right hand, and then switch. Remember, we're going for 8 reps. If you don't have a dumbbell, you just reach and touch. Okay, just like that, 8 each side. If you have a cable or a band, this round I'm going to use the band. Okay, or you can use the cable. Right hand hold, left hand balance. 1, remember you don't have to have the band, just reach for an object. 2, remember if you're in a chair, just one arm overhead, extend one knee. 4, 5, 6, almost had it, and 7 more, and switch. Work your way up to 8. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Whew. There's our single leg deadlift. Pairing that with our cable split lift. Remember, you can use a band or a cable. We got about 50 seconds. If you have no weight, or if you have no weight, then you can just go across the body here toward the back leg, just like this. Okay. Okay, if you have a dumbbell, you can hold on to a dumbbell. You can also use a band, or you can use the cable. So I want to go toward my back leg, this is toward my front leg. I go toward that back leg. That's how I determine where I go and try to make perfect angle there. Okay. And remember to progress it, bring the back knee off the ground. Go for 10, 3, 4. Extend that out just like that. 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So last set of our third round, and then we have one more round to go. 1 minute to rest. We got a minute left to rest. We're going to that single leg reach or deadlift with a weight, table, or band. And you have your split stance lift toward that back leg, across the front leg. 30 seconds. We'll go back to that single leg deadlift. Remember, you can use a dumbbell, kettlebell, or a cable. I'm actually going to go with, I'll go with a kettlebell. Going for 8 each side, and try not to let those feet supinate and pronate, or evert and invert. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 more. Oh, those are the worst. Oh, they're the worst. So they're done. Not going back to those ever again. 1 minute to rest. Cable split lift with the band or the cable. Got 50 seconds to get water. At the end of this rotation, we're looking for a Y. I'm going too narrow. Go like that. So with the band, I'm gonna, well, I guess you have the band. It'll look like this. Cable, you almost want to separate. You don't have any equipment, that's fine. Just mimic the motions without the cable. And one day, you'll use it. Here we go. Option, bring that back knee up. 10 each side. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! All right. We're on part 4, last part. Minute rest. We got side plank and if you're in a wheelchair or if you're seated for the side plank, probably have you do some lateral flexions. You could go back to some more spinal curls, which would be good. You could go to your cat and camel if you're in a chair. So practice segmentation, rotation. Okay? If you're able to stand or go on the ground, we'll get into the side plank on the ground. And then we'll have an option. If you have a band, you'll be able to hold on to that band in that side plank position and connect here. So we'll go about 22 seconds per side. Remember, you can use the cable as well. Or if you don't have weight, just hold here. It'll look just like this with no weight. If you have weight or a band, you can go like this, hold on to it, and then challenge yourself. And then switch side. If you don't have the band, just hold without it. Or go back. And stop. About 22 seconds each side. Okay. Now after that, we are going to our, oh, that's a surprise. So we can do vertical jump, or we can do, we're doing vertical jump. So we're just going to go with my plan here. We're going to squat, reach up and touch. Okay, so this will be our last high intensity exercise of the day. If you're unable to do the squat jump and you want to go with maybe some one-legged squats on a bench or a box, you can do that. You can do a box squat. You can do another pull here if you wanted to. You don't want to do vertical jumps. You have lots of options. Side plank, again, thoracic cars, cat, camel, segmentation. Okay, now we're going to the vertical jump. We're going to go for 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was too much in your knees. So sorry. Go to that vertical row or that horizontal row. Okay, don't push yourself if you don't need to. Oh, I forgot to set the clock. That's fine. So we have about a minute and 10 seconds. Going back to our side plank. Breathe. If you want, do some wrist circles while we're waiting. Or you can get some water. Elbow. Okay, we're going to start in 30 seconds. Remember, side plank. You're going to hold about 22 seconds each side. Or you can continue those reps with a band or a cable. So if you don't have any equipment, just hold here. If you have a band or a cable, you go knee to elbow. Five more seconds here. Switch. Option 1, hold here. Option 2, All right. Got about a minute to rest. Then we're going to go to our vertical jump. But again, you want to just do box squat. That's fine. Progress that. One leg. Or if you want to be crazy like me, you can jump. 30 seconds. Try to land in the same spot. If you want to just do little jumps, that's fine too. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got a minute and a half. Okay. Then we're in our last set of round 4. Got a minute to rest. Again, if you have no weight and you're in a chair, use spinal colors, segmentation, do your scapula. You can do your scapula in different positions. Do shoulder flexion. Look at all that sweat. All right, we got 40 seconds. Then we're going to start our side forearm plank. Option 1, like this. Option 2, and then option 3, holding onto a band or cable and using that as resistance. I probably need this, not on the rope. So, don't have a lot of time. Starting 10 seconds. No excuses. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. I think 10's a good amount. For about 22 seconds there. That was brutal. Horrible. All right. 1 minute rest. And you can do whatever you want. Your squat, one leg squat. You can do more cat camel. You focus on the neck. Just like that. Starting in 30 seconds. Last round. We're at round 4. Unless you're skipping. 20 seconds. So vertical jump. If you want, box squat, one leg box squat, air squat, reverse lunge, whatever you want to do, or vertical jump. Go for 10 reps. How many more times? Nope. So that's it. We're done. All 4 parts. Each part was 12 minutes long. It's a combination of 2 exercises for either 10 reps or 22 seconds. Some are 8. We'll get some water. Now, go to our cool down. All right. So, whether you're in a chair or seated like this, you don't have the ability to use your legs, you go like this with your arms, the 90-90 elbows. You do have the ability to move those hips. You can put pillows underneath the knees here, get yourself comfortable, place some prompts or tables to help you up, some barriers to push into. This is our 90-90 position, front foot in line with back shin and foot. Femur extends parallel with the front fibula, creating like a square here with an open end. Both ankles are dorsiflex. We're going to lean forward, arch the lower back, and fold. Breathe. Full inhale, full exhale. Try not to use your neck, your chest to breathe. Try to breathe through your abdominal wall, obliques, lower back, expand underneath the rib cage. And from here, challenge yourself here with a hinge, 90-90 hinge here. Don't touch your face. From here, squeeze your fists. And lean forward, chest forward. And then push away with the leg. From here, rotate. And then rotate for the back leg. Trying to tee out those arms. There you are. And then try to go with those 90-90 elbows. Yeah? You gotta say hi to everybody. I'm gonna transfer to the other side. Almost done. Unless you wanna come. All right. All right. So last side here, or other side, lean forward, 90-90. Breathe, chest forward, arch the lower back. Oh yeah, we can time this. We're only going to do another 5 minutes here. From here, challenge yourself by squeezing those fists like an airplane. We're going to try to lean forward and push away. One more. Lean forward and push away. And tee out the arms, twist. Try to keep both hips or knees down. breathe. All right, we'll try a swimmer here, hands behind the head, whether you're in a chair or not. Extend the elbows, internally rotate. Extend those shoulders back. And then bend the elbows, elbow hinge, up the back. Retract the scapula, extend elbow, externally rotate the shoulder. Shoulder abduction, all the way to shoulder flexion and elbow hinge here. And then open up, transfer. We got shoulder external rotation, okay? We were just doing that, so we got that. Shoulder IR. So if you have a block, that would be best, or a pillow, or some shoes. Go like this, okay? Get in the fetal position just like that. Arm extends out from the shoulder, down about 10 degrees, hand on top of the wrist, or watch. Internal shoulder rotation here. Passive stretch. Breathe. And then press the wrist into the hand, hand into the wrist. Create that isometric contraction. And then try to pull the wrist toward the ground. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're just going to go back and forth here. You can supinate and pronate at the elbow. Go ahead and switch. Other side. Send that arm out. Down about 10 degrees. Hand on top of the wrist. Internal shoulder rotation. Hold here. Breathe and hold. And then from here, press the hand into the wrist, wrist into the hand. Create that isometric contraction. Feel that anterior deltoid. Then use your chest to pull that fist toward the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way back, external, internal. External, internal. Okay? Now, for our knees, you're seated. You're just going to extend and bend, just like this. Okay? You're on the ground. Reach underneath. Extend the knee. Turn the foot in and bend. Out, up, in, down, out, up, in, and down, in and up, out, and down, in, up, out, down, in, up, out, down. Okay, other side. Underneath, out, up, in, down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in, down, in, and up, out, and down, in, and up, out, and down. One more, in and up, out, and down. Okay? Move those kneecaps around if you are able to relax those legs. This side. Make sure everything feels good. Ankle. Full circle. Both ways. Other way. Other ankle. Good. Then from here, you're on the back, tuck the chin. Whether you're seated or not. Then extend the low back, starting with sacrum. lumbar. Squeeze the ground with the stomach. And then push the ground apart. Segment one vertebrae at a time. And then wherever you are, one more neck circle. 2 around each way. Okay, scapula. And glenohumeral. And thoracic. All right, so that is going to be it. We did 10-minute dynamic warm-up. Then we did 4 parts, 12 minutes each part, and then we did about an 8-minute cool down. So that would be a good everyday, every other day routine that incorporates most of the muscles, upper and lower body, without putting too much emphasis on overhead pressing. Also adaptable for people that utilize wheelchairs, because they give you lots of upper body movements, and you can always pause it and rest for longer periods of time, use less weight, or regress the option. Okay, that's going to be it. Check it out later if you haven't seen it or if you didn't try it, or if you do try it, let me know and give me a holler. And don't forget to breathe. And don't forget